This is for the players.
I'm Ryan Benson.
I'm Joshua.
And this is For the Players, the PopCulturists PlayStation Podcast. Over 40 years of playing PlayStation, 6+ years in that games media combined, we throw our hats into the ring and join that PlayStation conversation.
This PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning on YouTube at 9 a.m. and 8 a.m. on iTunes and other podcast services. If you would like to join in future PlayStation conversations, please join us on Facebook, join us on Discord, comment below. And if you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon, head over there, check out the tiers. There might be something there that interests you.
And if you want to wear the PopCulturists on your body, but like not a creepy, like Silence of the Lambs style, head over to popculturists.com/shop where you can buy our merch. But we've slapped our logo on almost everything. Hi, my friend.
Yeah. After take 6, yeah, right. Fine, where you going?
Yeah, no, it's been a long day for me, so I'm in the same. I'm probably going to be in this weird zone mid.
That's right. We've got an easy episode today, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
We're not diving deep into industry knowledge.
There's no extensive research in this episode. It's pretty chill.
Fucking no research in this episode.
Now, I want to bring something up though.
What's that?
It's something we've talked about for a while, and behind the scenes, I've been trying to dive into the podcast, the iTunes. I've been digging deep. I've been trying to find other PlayStation shows in Australia because I want to know where we stand. Now, I've only been able to find 2 at this point. I refuse to believe... Huh?
I stand at about 5'5".
Yeah. Thank you. I refuse to believe there's only 2 of us. So, those of you that do consume us, help us find a PlayStation show because we need to know if we're in fact number 1.
That wording could have been a whole lot better.
Could have been way better. Please help me find a PlayStation show so I can determine if we are in fact number 1. Because I want to promote that shit.
Already good to start with.
Yeah, already good. Just like, hey, there's another show way better. I'm like, yeah, we can
do everything you guys do, but they're just not shit.
No, we can see.
Alright, that's it.
Thank you very much. This is the last episode of The Players.
Wish I hadn't asked to find out.
What do we find, my friend?
You want to guess?
Monster Hunter World.
135 fucking hours worth.
Wow! It's like over 40 hours since last
I'm
week.
playing it full time. I've had it for 3 weeks, played it for 130 hours, that's 43 hours a week. And you know what? I still haven't finished the main story.
You've been dicking around?
I could have finished it 80 hours ago.
Could you go in there and just stomp it now?
No.
Even though you're all geared out, you probably couldn't stop.
I'm not really geared out though.
But if you're doing all the expeditions and stuff, you're probably getting more gear, right?
Yeah, but it's not quite how it works. I mean, I'm at the level where I'm supposed to be for the main story.
Oh.
That's it. Because the armour that I've got is from, the best armour I can get is from what I've just done. What I've just killed.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Then what have you been doing?
I don't know. I've been digging around a lot with pretty much every weapon. Still trying to find that one weapon that just feels just feels good. So I've been mucking around with a lot of them, just playing online, mostly with a lot of people doing cool things, doing real cool things online. It's cool playing with 3 other people. Yeah. Especially when you sleep bomb a monster. It's basically you get explosive barrels. And you know how every monster, when they get real hurt, they go to their nest and go to sleep. That's normally when you catch them. But the elder dragons later in the game can't be caught. But they still run away and go to sleep. So the elder dragons sleep, they're all curled up, like, fuck this shit. There's fucking 4 guys beating on me for 30 minutes. And there's 4 of us with just explosive barrels placing it around its head. You can place 2 each, so there's 8 barrels around the monster's head. Yeah. Because when they're asleep, the first thing they take damage from, they take double damage. Yeah. So I got 8 barrels around this elder dragon's head, and then you got the hammer user to go charge 1, charge 2, charge 3, boom, and hits one of the barrels, and it's just, and the monster's horns fucking fly off, and it falls. It's awesome.
And the game shudders a little bit.
The monster's seizing on the ground. It's cool when because if you hit the monster, it wakes up. So you never quite know what everyone else is going to do unless you're in voice chat with them. But it's cool when you see one person run up and start dropping a bomb, you're like, oh, we're sleep bombing this motherfucker. And then everyone's just like... and then you'll kind of...
Yeah, that's an unspoken agreement.
So who's going to pop this motherfucker? First person to unsheath their weapon is like, you got this. You can stand back and watch it. So it's normally whoever's got the most reach, because if you're using like a dual blade, you go.
You have the glaive. You don't use the glaive still?
That's my main weapon. You use the glaive. Trying to the
Still a bit of reach on it. I bet someone has a bow.
Yeah, no, I can do it because I've got gloves that give me like super dodge.
Yeah.
So I can do it. But if someone's using a hammer, they'll do double damage from their mega smash as well. It's just trying to get every little bit of damage.
Cool.
Mucked around with the hunting horn for a while. That's fun. It's like, have you seen it all? I think it's a hammer, but it's also bagpipes. And each hit you do, triangle, circle, and then triangle and circle are different notes, and they line up on a music bar, and you line them up in a certain way, and then hit R2 to perform a song, and it gives everyone buffs.
That's what Spyro.
You think so, and it is, but man, that thing kicks out the damage. Because it's a massive hammer with horns on it.
Yeah.
But when you perform, when you swing the weapon around to play it, because you go, and you swing it in front of you, boot it into the boot it ahead of you, so you hit the monster in the face, and then you play it. It just looks so badass, just swinging around, boom, and then you start fucking sets. Yeah, they're all really fun, and that's why I can't settle. Every weapon, I haven't picked up a weapon that I've been like, it's not for me. It's like I could see myself playing this long term. I'm trying to figure it out. I could do a whole show on it now. I'm 135 hours and I can't stop playing.
And this is for the hunters. PopCulturists PlayStation.
They're actually on Reddit. They have been asking for a good Monster Hunter podcast.
Oh, well, we can't do that.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
I was fucking solo it. I've seen people with playtime upwards of 300 hours.
Wow.
And that's fun.
That's insane. They mustn't have a job.
No. That's not for me to judge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played 135. I work 3 days a week. I do this. I got kids. And I still found time.
Did you sleep much?
No. I've been to Bean Squeeze every day. Twice sometimes. The days I work, I go twice. Get one before, and then halfway through, I'm like, don't get we're going to get coffee. It's like, fuck this game. What about you, man?
We're playing not much at all. We've started, because I've still been doing the Oscars movie run with Dylan for Popcorn Spoilers for every Friday at 8:30. So I've been kind of not had the amount of spare time that I would normally have. I did jump into Monster Hunter a little bit the other day.
I was waiting for you, because you want to help with that.
Oh yeah, and then I crashed, so I was fucking ruined. So I actually fussed with the couch a little bit, and I'm like, I'm just going to go to bed. So I've been dicking around a little bit more in the second area. Well, now that I've missed the Horizon shit, I'm like,
okay. Street Fighter shit going on at the moment. You get a Ryu outfit, and you get emotes with it, and you get like a Hadouken emote, but it actually shoots a little ball that does like 1 damage. So there's people trying to beat bosses just with doing Hadouken runs. It's cool.
God damn.
But there is also slated to come in a couple of months. More Horizon DLC, we actually get the Halo outfit.
Yeah, it's like because of that, I don't really have the urge to be like, oh, I have to get to this level. And
you're one mission away.
Yeah, I was. Kind of fun about that.
What if I give you the parts?
Maybe.
Because you did that mission, and you got the parts you need to create the Watcher armor. What if I can trade you?
You know, if you can make it again. Can you make it again?
Yeah, you can make it again. Because I've got extra parts. I don't know if you can trade monster parts though. I know you can trade items.
Can you make the costume and then trade the costume?
I have no idea.
Find out.
If you haven't played it with me, we've commented.
Yeah, I might play some tonight actually, because I don't have to watch the movie tonight, so it's really good. So I've been playing. Yes, I jumped into the secondary. What's the secondary? The
Wild Spyro Waste.
Wild Spyro Waste. I was doing a side mission where I take out the egg bird.
Kuluyaku.
Yeah, Kuluyaku, whatever. It's taking on your Kuluyaku, and then fucking Rathion rocked up, beat the piss out of me, and then left. And then I came to learn that your son beat Rathion.
Did.
And I'm like,
I was just walking past. He's playing. He goes, "Can I play?" I'm like, yeah. Because I thought with Monster Hunter he'd be like, get to some of the harder monsters and be like, get into that hack and slash mode and die and just go, I'm not playing this anymore. But to his credit, he's beaten everything up to Baroth. He beat Baroth. He beat the Juriatados, that water one.
Yep.
And then I caught him just walking with an egg. I'm like, this isn't going to go well because he can pick up Rathy wants eggs. If you take him back to the camp, you get like a huge resource point.
Okay. Where do you find them?
Her nest is near the second camp in that area.
Okay.
She knows when you've taken them, if she's in the map, she'll come and get you.
Yeah.
I'm just watching while I'm like, you're about to get fucked. Yeah, then she landed, and I expected him just to ditch the egg and run. He ditched the egg and like went in with the dual blades, all like Naruto style. Like, alright, he wants to do this. So I sat next to him and just gave him some pointers throughout the fight and all
Dodge,
that.
this, jump. Yeah.
Dodge, don't stand under her because her tail will poison you when she does her backflip. See fire in her mouth, that's the time you don't do any damage.
Well, see, I had none of that help. I just got beaten. I'm like, oh, let's go.
If she's got fire just like idling in her mouth, that means she's enraged. And
Yeah.
that's normally the time you just go, I'm just going to dodge for 45 seconds till she's not enraged anymore. Try to cut off the tail so she can't poison you anymore. Yeah, but you got it. Close, because it said Rathian will leave the area soon. I'm like, dude, you got like 3 minutes to do this. He's like,
Distracts it.
yeah, it distracts it. He's doing well. I don't know how it'll go, but I always think he'll hit this wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, this monster will just be the end of his
Trounced,
game.
yeah.
But no, he's doing well.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's good.
And although it's not PlayStation, I have been playing Bayonetta for the first time on the Switch.
She's cute, isn't she?
Yeah, it's an interesting game.
How sexualized it.
Yeah, she's super sexualized, and I wouldn't say confronting, but it's just like, oh,
It's a bit jarring. 'cause
it's
not-
jarring. I think jarring is
Yeah.
the correct
I mean,
word.
we've seen lots of sexualized characters in games, but
But the one that owns
she
it.
owns it.
Yeah,
Good word.
yeah, the way that she owns it, and it's like it's part of the character, and not in like a
It's not in an overly gratuitous way.
Yeah,
It's not just
it's not a
because-
derogatory sense.
Yeah. That's just who she is, and they do it really well.
Yeah, so like I love in the opening part where you're fighting angels in a cemetery, and then some dude comes out of a coffin, and he's like typical 90s movie black dude. He's got tattoos on his head. He's like, "Hey, everybody." It's all quippy, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Now imagine playing it when you were 15.
I had a great time. I was 15.
I did have a great time when I was 15. No, it's a good game.
Yeah, no,
They both are.
I'm keen to get into more of it. I might stream it as well. It does have some very strong restrictions around music for video content, so I might not be able to stream a lot of it, but I hope to get a little bit.
I finished Bayonetta 1 when it was on PS3.
Yeah.
Of course, Bayonetta 2 never made it, so I never played Bayonetta 2. I had a great time with number 1. And I will get them eventually on the
How long is
Switch.
it, do you reckon?
About 8 hours.
Oh, that's not so bad. Cool, I'm okay with that.
Ish. Yeah, I'll get it eventually, because we got the code and he said, if I want it, but I can't stop playing lost time over it, so. But I will get it eventually. I've got an EB gift card that I'm not sure what to do with, so I'll probably go to that.
I'm buying, it might just be more two Taku figures. God, that's already ripped me. But anyway, that's enough of what we've been playing. Let's jump into the news, where we tell you what's been happening in PlayStation this week. In a segment we call Inform the Players.
It's funny, pre-show we're like, oh, we've been playing nothing. And then we proceed to talk about,
Whatever,
for 10
after 10
minutes,
yeah.
about the one game we've been playing. 6 bits of news this week.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Number 1, the winner of this year's Writers Guild of America awards has been announced, rewarding movies, video games, and TV categories for their writing. Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn won the WGA for the best video game writing, beating Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Madden NFL 18 Longshot, and Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow. As writers who care deeply about their craft of telling stories, it's incredibly exciting for us to be receiving this award in the company of so many other writers whose work we admire and appreciate, said narrative director John Gonzalez, who accepted the award on behalf of Guerrilla Games, along with lead writer Benjamin McCaw. Continuing the quote, "We want to dedicate this award to 2 women who did not live to see this tonight, our mothers, Anne Gonzalez and Susan McCaw," Gonzalez said as he accepted the award. "It is no coincidence that their sons went on to write an epic tale with a strong female protagonist, in which human love in general and maternal love in particular loomed so large. We learned that from them. This is for them. Thank you. They are not forgotten." Very nice. Really not
beautiful.
And if you haven't seen it already, John Gonzalez did a no-clip with Daniel Dwyer on writing the story and all that. Goes about half an hour. Very interesting. Very cool watch. I love no clip. Like, I enjoy lots of YouTube channels, but when a no clip video drops, it's like I'm straight on because I love just seeing the people that do it, and all the behind the scenes stuff, and We've mentioned Noclip a fair bit on this actually, but yeah, he did do an interview with John Gonzalez on Guerrilla Games. Worth a watch if you're interested.
Yeah, no, like, I completely agree. Like, behind the scenes of games is fascinating to me. Like, I'm still reading Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. Really good. When I'm done with it, you should check it out, dude. Like, there's a bunch like Shovel Knight is in there, Destiny 2's in there, Witch is in there. A bunch of it's things that you'd be like, oh, Stardew's in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, like all the games that took my interest.
Speaking of Stardew,
before I jump in though, because one thing I do want to mention, what's I find really impressive about that list is Madden's there. There's Madden long shots, dope.
Yeah, we talked about it when we did the nominations about a month ago, which was interesting.
Yeah, and Futurama is really cool because what they did, as everyone knows, that series got back a couple of years ago. A company wanted to make a game somewhat similar to like Simpsons Tapped Out, well, Futurama, but they didn't want to do it half-assed, so they actually got a bunch of the writers to come in and help set it up, and got a lot of the voice actors to return. Like the Nerdist, like Chris Hardwick one, actually did a radio play with all the voice actors to set up like his promotional material.
That's cool.
It's so cool.
Speaking of Stardew, was news this week. I didn't put it in the news though, but we are looking for the multiplayer beta this spring.
Our spring or
American spring?
That's fall. That's autumn. That's like weeks away.
Within like the next 3 months. He said public beta in spring, and then it'll be out. So
give it to me.
Get excited. Number 2, US Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire has issued a letter to the Entertainment Software Rating Board, the ESRB, outlining her concerns with microtransactions, specifically with regards to loot boxes of video games. Senator Hassan expressed her concerns during a Senate Commerce, Science and Transportation Committee hearing, in which she also questioned nominees to be Federal Trade Commission commissioners if they would be willing to take a closer look at video game addiction and loot boxes, which Hansen believes may contribute to addiction. Senator Hassan specifically refers to games allowing, quote, in-game purchase for surprise winnings, which are targeted to and used by children who may be, quote, particularly susceptible to being addicted to them. Senator Hassan also mentioned that the recent World Health Organization update, which added gaming disorder as a diagnosable disorder as a reason for concern.
Yeah, I did have a think people would jump on the WHO thing.
On the WHO? On the
World Health Organization.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know there's another senator in Hawaii who's now pushing for it even harder.
Yeah. The one in Hawaii is pushing for a 21 age rating.
Yeah.
Games have age ratings now, and they're already not adhered to. Having an age rating on it, like
it's fluff. Yeah.
If Overwatch or Destiny had 21 plus or whatever a new rating might be, it wouldn't matter because parents just buy them anyway. No, not dissing the parents because I do the exact same thing. Alex plays games that like
Monster Hunter.
All his favourite games are not in his age bracket. And that's just the way.
But that's you as a parent. It's your decision.
It's my decision as well. I guess it might help with those that are still uninformed, a different generation that don't quite understand. But I don't think putting like an age rating doesn't fix anything. It doesn't. It's just a band-aid to say we did something.
I do question why the government needs to get involved in a way. Like it's the big difference here in Australia is so we have the Australian Classification Board, which I do believe is part of the government. Is government regulated. However, in the US they have the ESRB, which isn't. Like it's within their own industry, and I do think, especially in America, with the state of their government, I do think it should be self-regulated by them. I don't think the government should get involved, especially because that would have drastic effects on the industry there.
But does self-regulating ever really work, though?
Within reason.
I don't know.
Well, in the ESRB, it's different regulation because it's just all about ratings and rankings and whatnot. But I think it'd be worthwhile to try self-regulated. If it doesn't fix, then move over there.
Yeah, but it's just still drawing attention, which is good.
Yeah.
Because normally with the way, not just the gaming industry, but everything goes, you're outraged one week and then it's something else the next and you've forgotten about it. So
yeah,
it's good just that it's still floating around. But it's not a simple fix.
No.
I can piss and moan all I want about it, but if someone's like, well, how would you fix it?
I don't know. Shut up, that's me.
Yeah, but it's like critiquing.
It's
like critiquing a movie. Yeah, I mean, like you can go, I didn't like this movie. How would you fix it? I don't know. I just didn't like it. It's not my job to make the movie.
It is kind of our job, though. It's not our job to make it, but it's our job to critique the movie and why. Like, we do the same for games. We don't know how to make games.
Saying what you didn't like is not the same as saying how you would do it better. I think they're two very different things.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay, I get your point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Number 3, McFarlane Toys has teamed up with Activision to make action figures of popular Call of Duty characters.
What?
The first wave will include John Soap McTavish and Simon Ghost Riley, who the fuck is that, from the Modern Warfare series, with more characters spanning the franchise to be revealed at a later date. Todd McFarlane, CEO of McFarlane Toys, says, quote, "This franchise has delivered incredible experiences full of iconic and memorable characters, and we're delighted to bring these characters to life as collectibles to fans. Figures will be on display at International New York Toy Fair this past weekend and are set to release in fall, price for about $20.
So US autumn, so later this year. Okay, Todd McFarlane makes a really sweet toys. McFarlane toys are dope.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, and understands why Soap would be there.
Captain Price.
Get your Captain Price.
I'm sure it says many more, coming.
Yeah, it'd be like a Grunt 4.
Yeah. General, what's the one?
A dude you shoot in the face.
Generic bad guy.
Yeah, generic man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and obviously Simon Ghost Riley's from Ghosts. I didn't play it.
For those that love COD.
Yeah, but it's just not the kind of franchise that has those kind of marketable characters. Like all the protagonists are just very generic.
Yeah, just dudes.
Now, that may not be the case for the last few because I haven't played the campaign, but it seems to be the general consensus. Because I always watch, all the reviews and stuff, and other than Soap and Price having that special place because Modern Warfare was just this huge thing at the time.
Are they going to create action figures for that the scene in the airport?
Well, no Russian.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a playset. Yeah.
It's a board game.
It's like
roll the dice.
Yeah, here's the no Russian playset. Comes with 4 figures and a bunch of dead bodies. Batteries unglued.
And the bodies come apart.
But speaking of action figures, though, because I do want to mention this information we found. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Totaku figures, which, as I mentioned at the start of the video as well. We were under the impression that these were PlayStation exclusive, sort of a thing. In name. So it turns out Totaku is actually a brand, I guess, like a brand of ThinkGeek, and they're looking at making figures from across the board. Now, suspiciously, they've announced 99%, 98% PlayStation brands. Then there's a Sonic and a skeleton from Sea of Thieves.
So Totaku is like a pop vinyl. That's the brand.
That's what it's going to be. Yeah. Which bums me out.
Why?
But only because I'm like, it's like the new pop vinyl. Like, yeah, but I want it.
Yeah, but
I've already pre-ordered a couple of them.
The problem with pop vinyls is that they've stretched it so thin now that a lot of them you can't tell the character. I mean, I was in Pop Culture the other day with Alex, and they had Stranger Things ones, and I'm like you can't look at a pop vinyl and go, "That's Will from Stranger Things."
Like that's Child.
It's just generic, But having said that, there are some fucking awesome pop vinyls.
Yeah.
All the Monster Hunter ones I'm pre-ordering.
Any character that's distinctive.
Yeah. So I've got on display. I've got a fair few at home, but on display I have Fallout in the power armor. Yeah. Got Geralt, Rick Knight, Hellboy, and the Daedric armor from Spyro. All super recognizable, super unique to anything else. And the Monster Hunter ones are the same. But when you get into TV shows and stuff, they just kind of all.
I think it varies. Yeah. So the ones that I have now, some of these were gifts, some of them weren't. I've got all the South Park boys over here. I've got Jane Silent Bob on my desk at work. I've got a Batman and a Green Arrow and. So
I got the Flash and Reverse Flash.
Yeah, so I've got ones that to me are notable. Then there's all the Nicktoons ones, like Ara Monsters and Rockers My Life, because they look so different. They don't look like. See, this is what makes these so great is because it looks like the fucking characters.
It looks like your kid.
It looks like my son, which is even funnier. But the way they're designed, it actually works with the South Park characters.
Yeah.
And what's great about Totaku, by the looks of it, is they're high detail, small figures.
Yeah,
because they're so high detail. detailed, they can easily be anything.
Yeah,
and
the
look good.
Takus won't suffer the whole like blending, like looking at a character and going, what is it?
Yeah.
Whereas if they ever make like Sam and Dean from Supernatural, you go, that's Sam and Dean from Supernatural. If there was a Sam and Dean, I'm sure there is Pop one, you'd be like,
Yeah.
at a glance, without the packaging, you'd be like, I don't know.
So I think we have the Castiel one.
Yeah.
But because Cass dresses uniquely, it looks like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Cass.
I'm keen for
But yeah, as I get them, because I will be probably getting most of the PlayStation ones at least, we will probably do some shameless unboxings for sure.
Number 4, Hot Wheels is teaming up with developer Psyonix to bring out
Speaking of shameless.
a new Rocket League toy set this fall. This is fucking awesome.
Do we buy this and unbox and play with it?
Call the Hot. We don't have to unbox every fucking.
No, I just want to play with it. And that way, if we do it for a video, Millie's like, what are you doing? Like, playing with toy cars. What? It's for a video. Oh, okay.
Yes. Camera's not even on. Called the Hot Wheels Rocket League RC Rival set. It will feature Bluetooth-enabled Octane and Dominus cars.
What?
That's the name of the model.
No, the Bluetooth is activated.
Bluetooth-enabled.
Does that mean you can control it?
It's an app on your phone that you control the car with.
No!
Let me keep going. Enabled Octane and Dominus cars players can control with their smart devices. The set also features an arena to compete with LCD scoreboards, a ball with IR device embedded to keep track of the score. Additional details and release will be announced later this year. In addition, the set will include Hot Wheels in-game DLC for Rocket League, according to Sony's Vice President Jeremy Dunham. And there's more to come after that. It's an arena with an LCD board, and balls and goals, and you control it on your
I
phone.
don't mean to alarm your Patreon, but you've just paid for the Rocket League set.
For business.
Yeah, research.
I know Dave's super excited.
Yeah, we'll bring Dave over and we'll play like a tournament. With we'll have 2 cameras, we'll have an overall camera, we'll have 1 little camera on the arena.
And you get 2 little GoPros to strap to the cars.
Ooh, will that prevent the flipping though?
I'm sure they're not going to do aerials and backflipping.
In my head they will.
I'm sure they don't actually have little like NOS tanks. Because you turn it on and the car will just disintegrate. But when I read the headline...
If the balls...
When I read the headline, I just figured it was remote control cars, and that was enough for me. I was like, that's fucking cool as. But we have seen the... Now, I am worried about the price, considering all of this. That I don't know how big they are, how big the arena is, how... but all that extra stuff is just so cool.
I thought it was just Hot Wheels cars. Like, there were just Hot Wheels cars that look like the cars from Rocket League. I did not know it was all this extra stuff.
Because there's quite a few toys now that you control with an app. Alex has this... it's a ball called a Spyro.
Yeah,
not Spyro.
Spyro.
Yeah,
like,
you control it.
Like the R2, the BB-8.
Yeah, he controls it all from his iPad. He drives it around. He starts mini games and all that from the iPad. It's very, very cool stuff. It's cool to see it expanded into something I actually give a dick about. Number 5, top selling games for the week ending 11th of Feb 2018. Starting number 10, Rainbow Six Siege. Number 9, back in it, GTA 5. Number 8, Destiny 2. Number 7, Assassin's Creed Origins.
I just love how you write Arse Origins every week.
Why would I write the whole thing? Number 6, Crash Insane Trilogy. Number 5, Dragon Ball Fighters. Number 4, COD World War 2.
Oh, that's not back in there.
Number 3, Monster Hunter World. Number 2, UFC 3. Number 1, Shadow of the Colossus.
Very cool. Makes sense. Shadow of the Colossus is number 1. My point still stands. I still think about 40 games are sold in Australia a week. I need to confirm that. I need to confirm these
We'll
numbers.
find out one day. That's it for the news, Ryan.
Yes.
Let us move into the segment where we chat to the players.
That's you. Hi.
About remakes and remasters.
Ooh.
In a good way.
Yay.
Normally these segments go, the game industry's run out of ideas, they're recycling everything. No!
Well, yes, but no!
Yes and no, but it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. You know, we've got Crash, we know for a fact
We just had Shadow of the Colossus.
we know Medieval's coming, we know Final Fantasy VII is coming.
At some point.
I don't fucking want that. And the big rumour, the news story that's led us into this topic, I'll read for you now. A Spyro the Dragon Trilogy remaster is reportedly coming to PlayStation 4 as a timed exclusive in Q3 2018. According to Kotaku UK, the remastered trilogy will include Spyro the Dragon. Fucking amazing, who would have thought that?
I hope so.
Spyro Trilogy, Spyro the Dragon.
Oh!
Spyro 2 ripped off the page. Oh my heart. And Spyro Year of the Dragon, the 3 games will reportedly feeture all new assets,
With a new
lighting,
soundtrack
animations.
New soundtrack by Cisco from his famous album Enter the Dragon.
I see. All new assets, lighting, animation, cinematics, and remastered soundtrack, and overhaul to the original save system. and PS4 Pro support. An official announcement is expected later this month. Now, this is just a rumour, but it's cool. The exclusivity deal will reportedly last 1 year, allowing the collection to be released on other platforms in 2019. The report also claims Sony made a similar 1 year deal with Activision on the Crash Bandicoot and Same trilogy, meaning that the collection should come to other platforms later this year. According to one Kotaku source, the Spyro trilogy will be released in September, which would line up with the series' 20-year anniversary.
Very cool.
Vicarious Visions, the Activision-owned studio behind the Crash trilogy, is said to be doing Spyro as well.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
However, before we jump into how cool this is, I want to mention a couple of things. One, they goddamn better improve the controls. Two, they goddamn better improve that camera.
They goddamn better improve everything. Because while Spyro was good at the time, looking back at it, setting was cool, the characters were cool, being a little dragon, breathing fire and getting gems and shit.
And hopping big dragons, yeah.
At the time, you didn't know any better. You didn't know, like, the camera was shit by today's standards, but back then...
Oh, make sure to stop the Facebook.
But, you know, at the time, that's just how the game was, and you worked around it. But yeah, to be accepted in the modern age, there does need to be a lot of drastic. But seeing what Vicarious did with Crash, I'm confident.
See, the big difference with Crash is that Crash is, because it does have a fixed camera, we'll come back to them at the end, of course. So we did also reach out to the community folks and get what you guys would think and maybe help out as well. Because Crash was so very, somewhat static camera, it's pretty simple to remaster. It's just visually. There's not much mechanical change, much system change.
Apparently they did.
I'm sure they did, but from the way you look at it, where Spyro will be so noticeably different because I'll have to change a lot about it.
And the worlds are quite big. They're not the big sandbox.
But you got to fill them. They're way space.
But I don't remember Spyro having a lot of empty space. I mean, doing what the hardware could do at the time, I'm sure he's chucking a few more fucking trees and bushes. At the time, that was pretty good. So, let's just have a talk about it. PlayStation obviously cool with this stuff happening.
Yeah, because it makes money.
It does. And it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing because it's not taking development away from other studios who could be making something new. We've got Guerrilla Games, we've got Naughty Dog, we've got all the Sony Ben, we've got the rest of them. Vicarious Visions are made seemingly just to do this now. Yeah, and that's cool.
That's literally what they've been doing.
And it's not taking away anything from any other studio. So go to town. I don't mind, and I will pay for these games again. Did it with Crash. I'll do it with Final Fantasy VII, even though I'm not fully on board with it. But I liked it enough to do it. So let's just go. What do you want? What do you want? Just anything. But PlayStation, it has to have been on PlayStation. That's the rules.
Only because we mentioned this, last week or the week before. Metal Gear Solid is obviously a big one for me. It's pretty much a given, right? I would like to see them remake the Twin Snakes redo for GameCube. So because there'd be too much work to do the PS1, so that'd be crazy. So if they could use the baseline of the Twin Snakes to then amp that up.
Are you talking remastering it or like rebuilding?
Rebuilding it, because you'd be able to rebuild it from the GameCube version better than the PS1 version, because they are staggeringly different. And the GameCube one is they literally essentially remade the damn thing back in the day.
I think the GameCube one is still acceptable by today's standards.
It's acceptable-ish.
More than the PS1 version.
Oh, way more than the PS1 version. So what I would like to see on top of that is, now we have seen the HD remasters already. I think they weren't even done by Vicarious Visions for PS3 for 2, 3, and 4. No, sorry, 2 and 3. Metal Gear. So I'd like to see them not remake them, just bump them up to PS4 levels, give them the 1080s and whatnot. But essentially, remake the original, bump up 2 and 3, port 4 over.
Well, Konami might have to do that. They don't have much else going for them.
Yeah,
what do they?
Not really.
They got their pachinkos.
Yeah.
Apparently, they don't even need games anymore.
Oh, it's just very likely.
Well, they probably don't mean it. They probably don't even need games anymore. But that's just.
Yeah, so I would like to see it all come to PS4 and then be a place where someone could play all 4 of them all 5 of them in one go.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to get a GameCube to play 1 and 2, and then get this to play number 3.
I'm going to buy
and then pull out PS3 to play number 4, and then go and play number 5 on my PS5. It's just not.
Yeah, then bring it all together and go from there.
What would you charge?
If it's a big full set like that,
I think they do 1 to 4. Obviously, they wouldn't do 5 because
No, 5's fantastic.
current gen.
Yeah, it's so 1 to 4 because 2, 3, and 4 they need 4 stuck on PS3. So 2, 3, and 4 are just upscale, so that's not too bad. I think a lot of the big bump will come out of the first one, which if they just even if they just upscale the GameCube one, I think if you were to charge full price for all 4 of them, it'd probably be okay. Because think about it, like using Australian prices, Shadow Colossus was like $50. And that was a full redo. Crash was $50
for 3 games.
For 3 games that are all redone completely. I think even you probably could get away with like $80. I think if you I'd totally pay it.
Because it's a lot, but you step back and look at what you're getting, like how many hours worth of fun game time you're getting with that bundle, and it's well worth it.
So my phone was going mental. I make sure no one was dying.
San Andreas.
Oh shit!
GTA
Okay.
San Andreas. Now, while I know,
Why not Vice City? Vice City's fantastic.
San Andreas. While I know, like GTA 5 has built on that in every
because it is San
possible
Andreas.
way, like literally every way possible. San Andreas just has that. I don't know, the characters, and like you could put me in the San Andreas map now, and I still know exactly where I need to go.
I still remember like stealing the plane from like the airport in Los Santos, flying over to Las Venturas. Just going landing at this casino, waste a ton of money, flying over, get the jetpack, and then stick around.
But yeah, I don't know. To me, San Andreas was like that was GTA. That is the pinnacle of the GTA franchise. 5's good, but I could never drag myself through the story. 4 was good, I could never drag myself through the story.
Yeah,
San Andreas
was good.
I didn't mind it, like from the GTA 4, the perspective of the immigrants just trying to make it in America, and all the fucked up shit. Like it was pretty funny. There was a lot of funny moments, but I never had that attachment to the characters. Whereas San Andreas the story was just good. I could play through it again tomorrow and I'll be super happy.
You can buy it, the PS2 Classic on the store.
It's not the same thing. I'm talking remake it like GTA 5. We're talking remakes.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it up to the modern day. Because to me also the problem with GTA 5 is there's probably too much. There's just too much.
San Andreas had way more shit.
No, it didn't.
It did. It had unnecessarily make your character buff. If you have to eat and those things would be monotonous now.
Yeah, but I've got to do that in Monster Hunter. I've got to eat and shit in my real life.
Yeah. Different game.
I'm going to go bowling with my cousin.
Careful. I'm going to keep in the same vein. I'm going to go with GTA, but my answer is GTA 1. The top down. I think it's important for people to see where GTA's come from. I think that's very, very cool, very important. So
you mean like Hotline Miami?
No, not in the same. I think it should be full 3D rendered, but still top down. It would just because in theory that should be easy to build, right? It's not full. It's still gonna be difficult.
If you're still rendering it in 3D, you still need to build everything.
Yeah, but it's just all top. Yeah, I guess. When I say full 3D, it's doesn't look flat. It looks like you're looking down. It's almost like you're looking down on top of a city. In the same way that GTA 5 when you're going between characters.
Yeah, but all that stuff is still built and rendered in 3D.
Yeah, it might not be as easy as I think it is, but I think it's.
I like it though.
Obviously, they will make some changes, of course. Rip out the unlicensed music that they use, bring in some licensed tunes, have some fun with it. I think keep the maps the same size, sort of.
I remember the map being absolutely massive.
Me too.
Probably
turns out they're not.
Maybe 9?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. GTA. GTA London. Forgot about that expansion pack.
Was maybe 9 or 10 at the time, I don't know. But I just remember that map being absolutely massive, and by today's standards,
oh shit!
probably not.
Spoilers, all of mine are on the shelf.
Huh. That's because you didn't think of any. You just saw the shelf.
No, this is just coincidence. Oh, actually, not all of them. That one's probably not going to be there. But yeah.
If they did it, I think it would be cool just for the unique experience to add an online function to GTA 1 as well. They've got all the cool graphics and stuff, but they still had the same kind of mission structure and everything that you could do with multiple people. However, The only concession I want is when you go through an overpass or a bridge to make it transparent, then you can see where the fuck you're going. The amount of times I remember getting stuck and then just hitting reverse, not moving forward, not moving, get out of the car, walk, camera's just still. I'm like, what am I stuck on? That's pretty basic when you say so.
Yeah.
I would like them to do Final Fantasy VIII in the way they're doing 7, just without fucking it up. Because they've already fucked them. Now, it seems like in the last probably, 10 years, that Square have decided people don't like turn-based combat anymore.
It's kind of true.
I get it. That's on you, because Atlas do turn-based combat and it's fucking fantastic. Because they've made it that way. They've made it, because turn-based combat, it's a different way of thinking. You know, you look at Final Fantasy 15 and it's the real-time action combat, and then you got your turn-based. In real-time action, you're thinking, what am I doing next? Whereas turn-based combat, you're thinking, what am I doing 3 or 4 turns from now? You're thinking really far ahead, and you prepare for that, yeah? And the way, the Persona series has done turn-based combat is like the next evolution of it. It's very engaging. It's not just, mashing X to get through the battle. You find the weak spots, you baton pass, all these different cool things. And I don't know, I like turn-based combat, and I want it back. And I don't want it just from one development. I want it from all the developments. The Last of Us 2, now turn-based combat. That's not quite what I'm looking for. But, I've said it so many times on any show we've done, is 8. 8 was the first one I played, so that to me that's the pinnacle of the franchise. Yeah,
it's one I played. I sit down my wife played.
7 was really, really good, really enjoyed it. 9's good, 10's good, but number 8 to me, that's everything that got me started on my whole love of JRPGs. And the cutscenes in that game still hold up today. Mm-hmm. Square have always been incredible with their cutscenes, always ahead of the time with their cutscenes. Because I've got it on the Vita, and it still looks great, the cutscenes. However, the actual gameplay looks pretty fucking ratchet now. I just love it to get the modernised treatment. Like that, if I could pick one game in my life ever, and be like, we'll make this game for you the way you want it, that would be it.
Very nice.
A lot of people don't like it, so fuck it.
My next one is it's on the shelf. It's Harvest Moon Back to Nature. Like, that is my favourite game of all fucking time. I've come to the agreement and the understanding that is in fact my favourite game of all time.
That looks pretty good for PS1.
Except for the Comic Sans on the front.
Product of its time.
Yeah.
You can probably play that now.
I do play it now, and it looks great. But my issue is, that's a book. How cool is that?
I think it'll leave the disc first.
Yeah, it's broken. Is it effed?
I ain't never seen a black underside before.
Yeah, all the PS1s are black.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Be careful with this.
I was trying to thought. Oh yeah, so because there were, after the release of Back to Nature, there were attempts at 3D ones. We've got one here, funny enough. We got Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, and we've got Harvest Moon Back to Nature. That's what they tried to do, sort of 3D, which is the picture on the back there, take a look. It's pretty hard. But as of yet, no Harvest Moon or even Story of Seasons, which is what they've gone off and done, have quite nailed the 3D. Because Story of Seasons is stuck on 3DS. 3DS is only so powerful. Now, we do have high power farming games on PS4, like Farming Simulator and whatnot. Stardew Valley as well, we've got, which is great.
It's 2D though.
I want to see a cartoony farming game in the vein of Harvest Moon, remade, fully 3D with the power of the PS4.
I miss these.
I miss books so much.
Remember when I first got World of Warcraft? Because the instruction booklet for World of Warcraft, if I remember rightly, was 80 pages. And a lot of it was just lore on the world and the characters and everything, and I'd just sit on, it was my toilet book. It'd be on top of the toilet. I'd just read some more lore while taking a shit. I miss them, Randy.
Yeah.
But we did also ask do you have any more?
No.
That's about it?
Oh, I was thinking about Silent Hill would be a good one as well. Since we're not seeing Silent Hills, I think it might be interesting to do, but you would have to fuck around with it a bit.
Yeah.
Because what made that game really good was the fog. So they used the fog as a way to not be able to render as far as they could. So the fog added this eerie look, but it's just like we don't have the power to run that next part.
Yeah, but even by today's standards, I don't think it would be.
Yeah, so like I know when they did the HD remasters of 2 and 3 from PS2 to PS3, because they had the rendering power, they removed some of the fog, and it took all the scare away.
Yeah. Harvest Moon is the fog. The siren goes, the fog rolls in, and your heart just dies. So as we normally do, we reached out to the community to see what they...
So we're hearing from the players. That's you guys.
We normally
have a different section for that, combining the two. What are you going to do about it? Go on.
Buddy Watson would like Jonah Lomu Rugby and Jumping Flash.
I think you also put this picture in there as well.
Yeah, there's a...
For Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. Another game that controls like arse.
That was the first PlayStation game I ever played.
Is it? I think me too, maybe.
Mum first got with my stepdad.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to see Steve.
Steve talks.
We go to his house for the first time. He's like, "You want to play PlayStation?" Yeah. Puts on Croc. He's got his fucking Yamaha speakers, like, because he was a DJ, at the time. The Yamaha speakers is like, my Can you live with us now? I've gone back to Croc once on a ROM and it's fucking
trash. It's so bad.
Even, like, you can remaster it all you want, the game's still trash. Jonah Lomu Rugby and Jumping Flash. You know either of those games? I know Jonah Lomu Rugby, it's very popular. I don't know Jumping Flash though. Dave says Medieval, is that right, Zach Jackson?
Yeah, saying I was like, yeah, so Medieval's coming. That would have been on my list if we hadn't already. Actually, we might see Siphon Filter as well. Yeah.
It has to be Jack and Daxter next. Now we got...
Yeah, we got Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, we got Ratchet and Clank. I forgot to mention... Oh, Ratchet and Clank was more of a reboot of the franchise than a remaster. Jacob Garner. Just one GIF. Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
Just about
I've still got it. Somewhere.
See, like, if they were to use the same sort of, like, cel-shaded-y, cartoony look they've done with Dragon Ball FighterZ, that'd be great. Because the one with PS3, when they tried to do like 3D Futurama, Simpsons, and Family Guy, it's really kind of jarring. But I think if you were to sort of use the same art style as Dragon Ball FighterZ,
when Pokemon had Pokemon Stadium, and you see the sprites in 3D for the first time, it's jarring just because you're used to seeing.
Yeah, but they also look really good on Sun and Moon
and Pokken.
Yeah.
Tournament. Paul James, the one and only Shane Warne cricket.
No, fucking of course you would, Paul.
And the greatest of all time, Final Fantasy IX. And we did get that remastered.
When it was remastered? Yeah, it was up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're up the resolution or something. Recently I bought it, played it for probably 2 hours. I thought I wanted it so bad. And then I got it and I kind of remembered the grind. And I was
like... I'm going to add one more. Was it Mystic Quest Legend?
That was a Nintendo game.
I don't give a fuck, make that one.
Mystic Quest Legend for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll play that again.
The Untitled Final Fantasy time. There was a Final Fantasy. Zach Jackson, excuse me, but the greatest of all time is Porsche Challenge. With
an attached photo of Porsche Challenge.
I'm assuming that's his Porsche Challenge.
Yes, it is.
With the sticker on it, win a Porsche Boxstar made at $115,000.
You know my favourite thing about Zach is, so Zach's a buddy of ours, he helps run Doob and Game Bro. He messaged me a couple months ago, he's like, hey man, I need your help setting up creating a streaming setup. I'm like, cool, what's what you need? He's like, okay, cool. I'm like, what are you looking at streaming? He's like, Porsche Challenge. I'm like, fucking idiot. And sure enough, he did.
Man follows through with what he does, he'll do.
He does love shoot games.
And last one from Chris Conway, I'd love to see a remake of Future Cop LAPD.
Oh, I remember that. That's way back.
When I was younger, and Zach replied, agree, I remember writing an article on it. Many different games for many different people.
Yeah, like a lot of mine were easy picks, of course, because they're my favourite games. That's why I talk about them all the time. Yeah, it's pretty much a given.
So I had the issue is back in those days, my stepdad had a guy who got us $10 games. Like anything. Oh, $10 per disc. So, Final Fantasy 8 was 4 discs, so it's $40. Yeah. But I was spoiled for choice. So I don't think I appreciated a lot of
Me
the games.
too, because like I was the same. Like the first PlayStation I ever had was a modified one. My dad picked up from a swap meet in the city. It's actually right there.
So dirty.
It's so discolored. Like that's 20 years of playing right there. So I had the same thing. We were able to sort of acquire games in other means at the time, which was, we were a low-income household, so we did what we did. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have the backlog that I had. I wouldn't be where I am right now.
I still enjoyed.
But I'm the same. I think I played too many to really. Dave Merrifree's
Mum
probably
used to
next.
take me to Video Easy as well. She'd get a couple of movies. I'd be allowed to rent a game when that was a thing. It was so cool.
Yeah, I miss renting games. I can miss just going and looking at the shelves, and I miss renting movies as well, because this is a story I've told 1,000 times. Like where I have a lot of my movie understanding, my movie knowledge, I guess, came from Civic Video in Traralgon. It came from Dollar Mondays. Like anything, new release, anything, $1. So I'd go and get a couple of movies, and I'd either overnight or a week. And I'd skateboard after school, go down, pick it up, skate home. Go to watch it, go back to school, next day, drop down, drop it off, go out.
If Video Easy was still a thing, I would still go. Like, the best times of my life was when I first got my license and I could go to Video Easy, get some movies, there was a pizza shop next door, go up, order a pizza, go to Video Easy, get my shit, come out, grab the pizza, and that's my weekend.
Dude, up until I was like 19, that was my routine. So where I lived in the city in Elstonwick, I used to skateboarding, because I skateboard a lot apparently. I would skateboard down to the pizza shop, place an order, I'd go another block over to Video Easy, grab a couple of movies, come back, get my pizza, skate back down. Like this is when I was studying at uni. That was my Friday night.
It has such a nostalgic
but
value.
I think there's a way Video Easy could still be done now. Yeah, they do have their this is a side conversation. But like the problem right now is because people can they're digital, right? But the problem is a lot of those like Netflix and whatnot, they're always really behind. What you need to do is you need to make a proprietary USB that's locked. Like you go to a kiosk, you plug it in, you buy what you want. Even if it is subscription, give you access, and the proprietary makes the thing. Go home, go to your PS4. There's the Video Easy app. Plug your stick in, and it can only be used through the app. It's like some sort of
but then you still
hack
don't get the store to browse. You're looking at a key. It's not the same.
Yes, but
I get what you're saying. Though it's a good idea.
That's the way to go around.
Yeah, I like it.
But the difficult part is the store itself that wouldn't exist anymore. It's not possible.
No, you buy the USB dongle online, probably plug it in, go to their website, do all the thing.
No, it's
But they still have kiosks to rent a movie and stuff.
It's like $2 or whatever.
Just not the same.
The problem, because I was so baffled when I moved to Geelong that there was a Blockbuster Video here that hadn't collapsed. And I went in there and they had old ass games. I'm like,
can I just buy these?
I'm like, when they went out, I'm like, oh, come on.
Was that the one on High Street? Out near Dan Murphy.
It went from a crossover as this big ass thing to a smaller one.
It went next to Subway.
Yeah, and then it kind of went away.
Yeah. I regret, because I knew when it was shutting down, because I was working at the Dan Murphy's. I regret not going in when the signs kind of shutting down to just be like, can I just buy these games? I'll give you $10 each. I'm sure they have some real good stuff in there.
Speaking of games, these are old games. We've gone way off topic. Let's bring it back with the games that are coming to your PlayStation this week in a section we call Coming to Players.
Pretty big drop this week.
Cool.
Not much to do about it. I'll go through. Stop me when you want to talk about something. Abo Cash'em. PS4 digital. Apex Construct PSVR digital. Armored Warfare PS4 digital. Deadbolt PS4 PS Vita digital. That's a cool thumbnail.
Very cool thumbnail.
Defender's Quest Valley of the Forgotten DX.
Oh.
If I like Triple H and X Valley, it's like, why are you new to Generation X? Conrad the Kitten PSVR.
It's a kitten holding game.
Little Adventure on the Prairie. That's a bad thumbnail.
That thumbnail is what's a widescreen image smooshed into a square image with word art on top.
It's literally Microsoft Word.
Yeah, literally.
Default text box. PS4, PS Vita, digital. Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah! King's F.
Do we know? Are we getting
the
sure?
happening.
Sweet. King's F.
Thank you, Kat and the team at QDS.
Past Cure, PS4 digital and retail.
So that's like thumbnail everywhere this week.
An intense cinematic story-driven experience that challenges the player to use mind-bending mental abilities to survive.
Quantum Break, I guess.
Premium Pool Arena. Now that's snooker pool, not wet pool. PS4 digital. Rad Rogers, PS4 digital and retail. Restless Spirit, PSVR digital. Did I get you there, did I?
Like, here's this really cool VR game. It just pulls around the world. Like, wow.
Run Dorothy Run, PSVR. The Station, PS4 digital. Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, PS4 digital and retail. Symmetry, PS4 digital. Tiles, PS4 digital. Xenon Valkyrie Plus, PS4 digital. I didn't know they had a PlayStation music section.
Yeah, it's probably Spotify. It's literally Spotify. Black Panther, good film. Yeah, Metal Gear Survive is pretty much anyone that keeps my interest this week.
Yeah. It was very, very fun night that night.
Yeah, it was, you're like, who do I want to play? I'm like, dude, play it. It's free this weekend, we can play it again.
Oh, is it really?
I'll play it again.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
It's another beta this weekend.
Oh, I thought that.
16th to the 19th.
Oh, sweet.
I'll pick it up. New story missions, new game, new missions. Yep, I'm downloading Survive when we're done here.
Cool. Can I start here?
You sure can.
Because whenever I do it myself, it's always like the wrong time. If you enjoyed that PlayStation conversation, you can join in many more every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and 8 a.m. on iTunes and other podcast services. And we changed this, so what did I say next? If you would like to join in the conversation, simply join us on Facebook, join us on Discord, or comment below. If you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon, head over there, check out the tiers, there might be something there that interests.
If you want to show your support and get some pop cultures on your body, head to popculturists.com/shop, where you can buy shirts, phone covers, cups, mugs, anything with our logo smacked on the front of it.
You said pop culturist on us. Like on your body. That's
sexy.
That's real hot.
Ooh, I'm Ryan Benson.
I'm Josh Lawrence.
And that was for the players. I've got the Buffin.